Okay, please take your seats. Page 35. Page 35, the last paragraph, last stanza. Just as we met with the two bodhicittas, that we are not going to be separate from the two bodhicittas in the future lives, we include that in the form of a very strong prayer 3 times. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha, be able to uphold the two precious bodhicittas even in the cosmic life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the two precious bodhicittas even in the cosmic life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the two precious bodhicittas even at cosmic life. Okay, next. Page 41. To rejoice over having received this, over having taken the aspect of Bodhisattva vow, and the reason why we do this rejoicing is that in the future lives, in this life, you connect the two things. Taking the aspect of Bodhisattva vow, the Bodhicitta, with the feeling of joy. You connected these two things, so it leaves imprinted in us where these two connections are built. Later lives, when you hear about Bodhicitta, instantly the joy will be triggered. Because these two are linked from the past life, you have left this imprint. So next life, when you hear about the Bodhicitta, you hear about compassion, instantly joy will be triggered within you. When the joy is there, all your actions are determined by the feelings, which we learned the last few days. So with this joy, it will automatically trigger you to go after Bodhicitta, automatically trigger you to chase people who are practicing Bodhicitta. Automatically it will make you to chase the books which talk about Bodhicitta, right? So that way then you will never be separated from the practice of Bodhicitta. This is so precious. Okay. And in this, again be mindful that the word, the awakening mind in this stanza refers to the Bodhicitta. Awakening, meaning the Bodhi, and mind is the Chit, Bodhicitta, the mind of enlightenment, the awakening mind. And also the pronoun it. This pronoun it comes very often. The pronoun it refers to the Bodhicitta. Okay. In order to further increase it from now on, those with discernment who have lucidly seized and awakened mind in this way should highly praise it in the following manner. Today my life has borne fruit. Having well obtained this human existence, I've been born in the family of the Buddha, and now I'm born of Buddha's children. Thus whatever actions I do from now on must be in accord with the family. Never shall I disgrace or pollute this noble and unsullied race. Just like a blind man discovering a jewel in a heap of rubbish, likewise by some coincidence an awakened mind has been born within me. Is the supreme ambrosia that overcomes the sovereignty of death. Is the inexhaustible treasure that eliminates all poverty in the world. Is the supreme medicine that quells the world's disease. Is the tree that shelters all beings wandering and tired on a path of conditioned existence. Is the universal bridge that leads to freedom from unhappy states of birth. Is the dawning morn of the mind that dispels the torment of disturbing conceptions. Is the great sun that finally removes the misty ignorance of the world. Is the quintessential butter from the churning of the milk of Dharma. For all those guests traveling on the path of conditioned existence who wish to experience the boundless happiness, this will satisfy them with joy, and it shall place them in the supreme bliss. Today, in the presence of all the protectors, I invite the world to be guests at a festival of temporary and ultimate delight. May gods, demigods, and all be joyful. Okay, dedication, proper dedication. I dedicate the merit thus gathered towards the realization of the deeds and the prayers of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 3 times, and to the upholding of the doctrine of scripture and insight. May I in all lives, through the force of this merit, never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect with the 2 stages. From my 2 collections, vast is the space that I've amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time. May I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds with smiles planted with ignorance. Okay, 3 prostrations.